We see that the vaccine is already here, a few different kinds. We have some research that shows that it is effective, and the public is split into those in favor of it and those who oppose its use, meaning there are skeptics out there, of course, but there are also those who want to get vaccinated to put an end to it all. And now, faced with this opportunity, people start to think, in this new year, everything will go back to normal. I catch myself thinking this thought.
And we'll return to the way things were.
I also start thinking that we'll begin to meet in person, and that everything will be back to normal, and that people will start flying again to see their friends and family, travel, live. Life will go on. This confinement will be over.
Naturally, you'll see a friend on the street and hug him.
This thought lives in us, that everything will go back to the way things were, and life will resume again. What do you think?
Life didn't go anywhere.
That's first of all.
Yes, so, in terms of it returning to what it was before, let's discuss what you mean by life. This is first of all. Secondly, you can't bring back the past. So all this pandemic, this virus, it'll stay with us. I feel that we need to realize what is given us.
I'm usually keeping an eye on the media, and I see that very few are drawing any conclusions.
Not in the slightest. They just want to go back to the old ways.
About why the virus has come, for what reason. Indeed, but it's a natural state of someone fed up with all that's been happening.
As if we had it so good.
So what do we need to realize now in order to live anew, but in a good way?
We have to look at the future as the new day that comes as a result of the passing day. Yet we don't give any credence to the passing day. We don't try to learn from it.
Wait a minute, should we try to learn from the past?
Of course, but we're unwilling to. We'd rather leap into the past.
We want to leap into the past, exactly.
That's how it is. If we used to fly, let's keep flying. Whichever places we used to visit, let's keep visiting. Whatever TV shows we used to see, theaters, movies, just how we used to go to restaurants. Anywhere, really. The streets were full of people. And we'd go into any cafe, any place.
So what information from the past should we learn from?
That if we want to go back to being close to each other, it needs to be internal closeness in order to neutralize this virus. This isn't easy to explain to people, but the problem lies in us. The virus is inside us. If we want to neutralize it, I have to compensate for it with the feeling of connection, closeness, and love of others. Then I will neutralize the negative effect of the virus.
Are you saying that it wasn't there before? This love and connection didn't take place in the past?
Of course not.
It wasn't there.
It certainly was not.
So what about what we believe took place in the past? What do we do with that?
That was just us feeling free.
But it wasn't there?
The virus came and showed us that we have no right to approach another person within 2 meters, let's say. You may not come close to anyone. If people begin to understand that the virus came from a spiritual degree, from the degree of correcting the human being within us, and only then it descended into the biological and later animate levels.
As it is right now?
Yes.
So it is looking for us to pull ourselves up to this level, is that so?
No, the still vegetative, animate, and the human nature which is above the animate, meaning our feelings and relations, the way we treat each other. If we can correct it, then there will be nothing left for us to correct on the lower levels. Everything will work beautifully.
So we will have to correct the way we relate to each other?
To each other.
Only this?
Only this.
The inner attitudes, right?
Right.
So on the outside we were hugging, but on the inside we were still...
You have to explain it to a person. He'd be saying, did I not love others?
He won't agree.
I embraced them. I sat and had drinks with them.
Of course, they were my close friends.
Yes, and all that. How can you explain to him that they were all egoistic, set purely psychological, hateful?
Relationships?
Relationships, yes.
You can't explain this.
We must.
This is very hard to explain. One has warm feelings for his close ones.
He never gave it a thought, but now we have to enter a new level.
So a person has to realize that he lived the whole time using others.
Yes.
And that his love was based on using others one way or another?
Yes.
Oh, this is tough.
And then we'll start explaining to mothers what it means to love their children.
Oh, forget it.
Why forget it?
Because a mother is 1,000% convinced.
She loves him, of course she does, but this is an animalistic level of love. Be that as it may, simply add an inner component to it, something perfect and eternal.
Which is?
The consciousness of where it comes from the depths of your body, from your yearning as one animal to another. You want to hug him, to lick him like a cow licks her newborn calf. But here we need to add something different. Why am I doing this? For what reason? Why is nature awakening such feelings in me? I cannot blindly follow my instinctual calls of nature, which keeps pushing and probing me this way and compelling me. I have to realize why I am doing this, agree with it, and by my agreement confirm that I am a conscious participant. But why?
Yes, why?
I have to have an answer, or I am not doing it consciously in order to fully attain and justify the program of the Creator through these actions.
Which is?
That through this love between us, between all people, we would unite into the system called Adam, and eventually discover in it the same loving connection to the Creator.
Adam, you said, is a common soul?
Yes, a common soul, and then we'll start feeling how he is licking us.
The Creator does?
Like a cow licks her calf, and we feel it as the calf feels for its mother.
Tenderly, right? With love?
Absolutely, yes. This is what everything was created for. When this highest form of love becomes manifest on all levels, all the way to the very bottom, this is called the revelation of the Creator to His creatures. We can do nothing about it. It just must all be revealed.
That is, us discovering ourselves unified on the arms of the Creator?
Yes, and even more. We have to reach a state of being equal to Him, attain the way He relates towards us, rise to a level of feeling, understanding, and sensing the source of His attitude towards us, meaning develop yourselves to such a level.
So do we have to reach this very purpose?
Of course. Otherwise, what are we? A baby in his mother's arms? He's happy, and his mother is happy.
We must grow, right?
We must grow. And in our relations with the Creator, there's also a still, vegetative, animate, and human degree.
Here's my last question. What is the purpose of creation? The thought of it, the ultimate point?
It is all the way to this state, the highest state.
But what is this state?
When we feel the source of love that appears in the Creator and descends down to us. But these are obviously just words.
But that is the ultimate. This is it.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. You're an optimist.
This isn't me being optimistic. This has already been pre-programmed. We are simply trying to do it quickly and for everyone.